Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Jose's Taco Truck. I'm your host, KJ, running around driving like a maniac outside of the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. I think I managed to find my way to driving around the Capitol, but I'm not sure yet. Keep hearing all these calls for common sense gun control and ban this and do that. Oh, God, I just had to go get a visit in. How's everyone doing today? I see Branko. Hey, Branko. Hey, D-Max. What's going on? Feel free, call the show now. Love to get some people in to talk about some common sense gun control, whatever the hell that means. But I'm going to give you my 2 cents about it first real quick. Man, I love this song. Artist is Isosine. Great guy. Awesome dude. Does a good show. Music off. Alright, D-Max, I'll turn it off for you. Don't you worry about it. Been looking forward to talking to you, Branko. So real quick, one of the things that popped up on my lovely Facebook feed over the past couple of days. Thanks, D-Max. Hey, I'm still learning things. Don't worry. I haven't broken the buttons yet. I'll figure it out, D-Max. But one of the beautiful things that I've been having constantly pop up on my Facebook feed and through my news is, oh, we need more gun control. It should be common sense to restrict firearms. And Australia doesn't have a firearms issue. And Great Britain doesn't have a firearm issue. And the phrase kept repeating itself of common sense gun control. And there's nothing, and to me, common sense gun control is two-part. It's trigger control, you know, keeping your booger finger off the boom handle. But it's also, oh, hey there, Pookie. Pookie? Pookster? Pookster just called in and I'm trying to hear him. Pookie! Why can't I hear you, Pookie? Anyway, he's... Oh, Lord almighty. I can't hear you, brother. Hey, Ali. Good afternoon. Dale says moved to Australia. Then the only gun control is when. Oh Lord, it just disappeared on me. Pookie, you there now? Only gun control is when I'm on control. Roger that, Dale. Pookie, you there? Pookie. God bless it. What is going on here? But for me, common sense gun control, lol, pookster, yeah. Common sense gun control is using your common sense. You know, according to the Second Amendment, we have the right to a well-maintained militia. Of which there is a need to make sure that our civilian side of things, we have the means to fight against tyranny. Yes, I do, but D-Max, Jesus, D-Max, you know everything. Everything's up and running. I don't know what the shenanigans are here. But of course, shit's fucked with Skype. I hate this damn thing. My computer crashed a few weeks ago, and Skype was like, "Oh, hey, Windows 10, we gotta install Windows 10 Skype," and Windows 10 Skype is fucking garbage. So I'm trying to fight that thing on the regular now. But what's coming across is a lot of people are upset about the bump stock or the slide fire stock. And I can understand it because as a law student, prior law student, and someone who understands and respects the word of law almost exclusively, give me 1 second, Branko. I can understand why the bump fire or the slide fire stocks can be frustrating, because they take, in most jurisdictions, a weapon that is meant to be semi-automatic and automatic. Oh, hey, it can be shooting at almost at a fully automatic rate. Which is why I somehow managed to deviate from my usual course of running around the Pentagon and Area 51 and all of that fun jazz, and found a way to sit outside and listen to the Republicans that are open to restricting this accessory to the firearm, restricting the slide fire and bump fire stock. And it's something that I personally agree with, because if you want to get a fully automatic weapon, you have to get your check, you have to get approval from the state, you have to get approval, and you have to go through that process. It's cheaper to shave the trigger systems. I'm not that into playing with Legos for adults, but I'll take your word for it, D-Max. You know, you have to get there's already a system in place to get fully automatic firearms. That being said, you know, you have things like the digital trigger as well, that when you depress it and you release it, depression fires around, and releasing the trigger fires around. I think those things should be regulated on the same level as fully automatic weaponry, which I know is not a popular opinion, and I know no one's really going to agree or appreciate with that, and if you do, please call in. But it's something that needs to be addressed. We already have a system in place for you to get, if you want, fully automatic weaponry, and we should go with that system, because that is what the majority of law-abiding gun owners do and go through. I want to know what your thoughts are on the matter. I want to know how you feel about the about Republicans open to banning or regulating the bump fire or slide fire stock. So feel free, give the show a call real quick.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
Hey, Branko, you there?
Yeah, I'm here finally.
Hey, Branko. First of all, it is a pleasure to finally meet you. I've been seeing you comment all the time, and I am just thrilled to be talking to you now. How are you doing today?
It's an interesting day, like I posted in the comments.
Hold on, Branko. We got another person calling in. Give me 1 second, brother. I'm going to add you to the call with Branko.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Jennifer. I'm not.
Oh, Ghosty.
I'm sorry. I was calling for Amy, if she's available.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jenna.
No worries.
We're currently, you're live on the Jose's Taco Truck.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, don't you worry about it. I'll make sure I'll let Amy know that you to reach out to her. All right. But let me get back to Branko here, and I hope you have a very good day, Jen.
Thanks.
I know I'll be the first veteran out there
Branko?
to go, you know, to meet the top of the convoy.
Hey, Branko.
To be like, hey, how you guys doing? You know what I mean?
Well, I kind of don't. Because
So,
Branko, my Skype decided to poop on me, and I just had someone randomly call in, and bam, haha, I lost you. I'm still trying to figure out this whole Skype thing because it does not want to work with me. What'd you say, Branko?
so that I use the direct phone line. I don't use Skype
Yeah,
to affect this conversation.
yeah, I'm tracking that. It's just it's all through. It all runs through Skype. So
No, but no,
what,
it's great
what were you saying?
to.
Because I completely missed what you said, and I apologize for that. So can you please repeat yourself so that the listeners so I can hear you real quick?
Okay. I think that the problem, because you want to talk about common sense gun laws, as long as the NRA is involved in lobbyists and they're just out there to sell guns. I personally don't believe that there should be an assault weapon offered to the community. And for those who fear the fact that, you know, oh, what if the military is coming, I'm pretty sure a lot of veterans would do whatever they could to stop that from happening. You know what I mean? If you know that there's that's just me personally, and that's just what I would do, and I hope other veterans would do it, because the last thing that, you know, you want is to ever be put in that situation. And Massachusetts does have the best gun laws. It's all about control and just knowing who has the guns. But the fact that this weapon is made open to the public, it's just wrong. If anything, I just think it's too much.
And I'm very familiar with Massachusetts and how they have their gun laws set up, and I disagree with the entire idea of they know who has them and who has what. I understand that for the purpose of like what Nevada had, which was the blue card in Las Vegas, which as of 2016, the blue card got erased. And it's one of those things where if our Second Amendment right allows us to have a well-armed militia to respond to tyranny, if the organization that could become tyrannical and becomes tyrannical, and there is need of a response, they already
That's
know
where we
who
step
has the
in as
guns.
veterans.
And
Isn't that what it was when the founding fathers created the military?
I'm sorry. What?
In my opinion, if that was to happen, it was to be the veterans that were going to be the ones to be able to take up arms to stop that tyranny force from affecting the population.
Well, the Second Amendment does not preclude the civilian side of things. It's not only the veterans; it is every citizen has citizen has the right to bear arms, to form a well-regulated militia. So it cannot be only on the shoulders of our brothers and sisters who are serving and have served. It is on everyone's shoulders to bear that you have the right to bear arms, to form a well-regulated militia, and be prepared for this eventuality.
Yeah, but the eventuality, you're already assuming that it's destined to happen. We live in America, and, you know, there's the great opportunity of that not happening. You know, I understand that it's tough for everybody in the United States right now. And, you know, but when it comes to my hometown, we've kind of, like, been battling the politicians like there's no tomorrow. And, you know, they tried to get us to riot and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, one of the good things is that we do have strict gun laws because, you know, who knows what would have happened if we didn't have the strict gun laws. The only thing that I don't like when it comes to gun laws is the fact that the chief of police locally has the most influence on whether or not an individual gets a license.
And that's another
Other than that, yeah.
That's another thing that really bothers me is that a chief of police, a government official, can outright, no, you can't have that AR. How dare you? No, shame on you. You're not allowed to get that AR-15. No. I can understand concealed carry permits. Concealed carry does directly affect law enforcement. Does directly affect government officials. But when it comes to someone, hey, I want to buy an AR. Why? Home defense. Oh, no. That's where I like to draw. That's where I draw that line because it worries me that.
I'm sorry, but I mean, an AR-15 for home defense. I mean, I have tons of other stuff I can throw at somebody besides bullets. You know what I mean? It's just I just think that, you know, the United States is once again, you have a lot of people that are worried that, you know, they're going to take our guns away and they're going to try to assimilate us, and we have to defend ourselves from that. The fact that we live in a country where that's a mindset is like kind of shameful, in my opinion. That's just me. And other people probably disagree and think it's the best thing ever, but I don't know.
Well,
what else you got besides gun control? Anything?
Well, I got plenty of stuff, but I want to make sure I get this line open. I appreciate your opinion, Branko. I'm still working through the whole dealing with Skype and conference calls and new freaking Skype version. So I really appreciate your opinion, Branko. Let's get this open up for other people to call, and that way they can get their opinions out here so everyone else can hear them.
Can I just give you one bit of advice?
Of course, Branko.
As a listener that's been listening for over a year,
yeah,
don't let D-Max call in.
Oh, but I love D-Max. You can't tell me.
I'm sorry,
not everyone
wants to hear a toilet flush.
Oh man, D-Max, you better call me and flush me then.
Oh,
all right, I'll talk to you later, Branko. Thanks, brother.
Have a great day.
You too. Hey guys, feel free to call the show. Oh, here we go. Hi there, you're live on the air on Jose's Taco Truck.
Hey man, this is Dale Labs. Listen, that other guy's on the phone. He's not speaking for all veterans.
No, I understand that.
Go ahead.
No, I completely understand that. You know, it's his opinion, and as a disclaimer
said,
you know.
Right. But the problem is, you know, with the bump stop, what people don't realize is, I build several ARs, and I've owned several in the military and everything else. They are in my gun safe right now and haven't killed a single person. Now, that being said, these bump stops, what people are not realizing, including the libertards, is with a bump stop, you lose accuracy. Those things are spray and pray. You just freaking shoot. Listen, this guy was hitting people in the ankles and everything else. If he would have had a binary trigger, which is basically as fast as you can pull the trigger, and he would have used caution and accuracy, he would have killed more people. So that bump stop, in my opinion, probably helped save lives. And that's just being honest.
And I completely agree with you, but on the devil's advocate here, when you have a firearm that you have that ends up becoming a spray and pray that you do not have that full control over because of how you have to push forward and keep it on your shoulder but not on your shoulder and all the funky intricacies of it, you know, to me that is more dangerous than someone. Because that is more dangerous and more casualty-inducing, as what we saw in Las Vegas over the weekend. That is more dangerous than someone who is sitting there timing his shots, taking those shots. I'd rather a dumb enemy to me is more dangerous than a smart enemy, at least with someone who's controlled and precise, which is a horrible thing to talk about hypothetically, but at least you know what you're getting into with that. When someone that's just spraying and praying, trying to get as many kills as possible, that's a dumb enemy, and a dumb enemy or a dumb weapon worries me more than something that's smart and calculated. Do you understand what I'm saying there, Dave?
You know, oh, absolutely. But let me throw this at you. You know, with all these gun laws, you know, they're taking away our rights slowly, piece by piece. And I do not like bump stops. I will never own a bump stop. But that being said, it should be people's right to own what they want. One retard does not speak for the whole world. You know, it's just like when that guy killed that lion. Who do we go after? That guy, not the gun that he killed him with. So what? I mean, it's not the gun. My gun's set in my gun safe and don't hurt a single soul. Me and my wife go plinking, what I call plinking, shooting, you know, at targets.
Oh yeah.
And that's all I use it for. It's my right to own that gun. It's no difference than the bolt actions I got. They're my right. This guy North's talking about that we shouldn't have, people shouldn't be able to own ARs. It's not an assault rifle, retard. It's a freaking gun. It's just an assault rifle ain't an assault rifle until you assault somebody with it. I hate that terminology.
Oh,
it just makes
you
no
and me
sense
both,
to me.
man. You and me both, Dale. It drives me nuts when I hear it's an assault rifle 15, and I'm sitting there going, but that isn't what AR stands for. Idiot. It's one of those things where, you know, American Dad did it best. You know, if anyone here watches American Dad, Stan put the gun on the counter and said, "Go ahead, gun, kill somebody." Guns don't kill people.
Exactly.
They are the tool that kills people, but people kill people.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate you calling
Look at the
in,
people.
Dale.
Look at the people that are running people over with cars. More people die
Oh,
from
yeah,
car
yeah,
accidents
yeah,
every
yeah.
year than guns.
Yeah. Once again, random non-items that have no conscious thought have no capability of killing people. People kill people, or people kill themselves. It's not the car, not the gun, not the fucking triple layer burrito that I'm cooking up in the back here that's killing you. It's you choosing to buy that burrito, or you choosing to shoot somebody, or you choosing to run someone over with a car. But hey, Dale, I really appreciate what's up?
Okay. Hey, I was just going to throw this at you real quick. What about
bro.
like binary triggers? You know, they're basically like an automatic anyway. So what's your opinion on that? Should they outlaw those as well?
You're talking about the I'm not, and I wasn't saying outlaw. I'm saying regulate.
Okay. Well,
I'm never.
laws.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm never going to sit there and
but
completely
those
say.
triggers can make it automatic.
Yeah, are you talking about what like the binary, the digital triggers that when you depress them and release them, it fires around on depression? Release. I love it. I think they're great. But once again, regulation. These are accessories to the firearms that are outside of regulation right now. If you look at it, suppressors and most things that directly affect how the firearm fires or is used, you know, SBRs, suppressors, even that weird arm thing, brace thing that you had to wrap around your arm that I can't remember the name of. Oh, an arm brace. That just got told by the ATF. Oh, it's okay if you shoulder it. That right there. It's the same thing with technology. I have the same gripe with anything. We're accelerating faster than the law can keep up, and laws are being hip fired and oh shit. But there needs to be some preemptive movement, you know, to regulate and keep some control so that legal gun owners who want to be responsible can still get these items that they desire, but at the same time, not any fucking fuckstick McGee who wants to go into a fucking hotel up to whatever floor and start firing from. You know, there needs to be some regulation, not ban, regulation. But hey, I really appreciate
a happy medium.
Yeah, a happy medium. I really appreciate you calling in, Dale. We're gonna get this back.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate your time, brother. Have a good day.
Not a problem. Thank you for calling in, brother. And that's my point, folks. I don't want to ban. I don't believe in banning anything. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in regulation. I don't like the idea of firearms being completely banned. Like the whole Kalashnikov thing drives me nuts because I love AKs. I love shooting them. I want as many as I can get my grubby little hands on. But I can't go out and get Russian AKs. I have to settle for Century Arms, which is okay. You know, but I want my Russian AK. I want to shoot fully automatic, but there's regulations for fully automatic weaponry, and I have to follow and abide them. And most gun owners do fall and abide those laws. It's the shitbags like what fucking happened in Vegas a few nights ago, or what happened here in Tennessee with twat waffle Scott Edmiston carrying a 357 Magnum, a 45 cal semi, a 223, a 308 fully auto, 900 rounds of equipment, 900 rounds of ammunition, survival equipment, fuckheads like that are the ones that take this, piece of the pie that's already been cut up so much and make it less for us to enjoy. Those are the fuckers I hate, and those are the ones that should be cracked down upon, and what the fuck are you doing? Feel free, call in the show right now at 415-889-8367. I want to hear your thoughts on common sense gun control. I want to hear what you're thinking. Lines are open. D-Max, I know you've wanted to holler at me. Come on, D-Max. Now, one of the other things that bothers me, like I was saying earlier, the Republicans in Congress were are open to the banning of bump stocks, and that's what I want to promote. Is that I disagree with. As I said before, regulation, but you have so many politicians that are going to go with the hip fire, ban it, and it's here we go. Hey, D-Max, you're live on the air at WTF Nation Radio and Jose's Taco Truck. What's up? Son of a bitch. I asked for it too. All right, I can't get mad at that. How you doing, D-Max?
Good, Harry.
Oh, just living life and loving it. Oh, how the hell? Hey, Pookie, what the hell just happened? Pookie, you there? Lost, I still don't have Pookie. D-Max, sorry about that. Pookie just called in, and I was trying to connect calls, and we know Skype. Fuck Skype. Sorry, D-Max.
That's fine.
So, what are your thoughts about common sense gun control? What is common sense to you when it comes to gun control?
There is no common sense. They're just guns. Like common sense knife control, common sense pencil control, common sense paper control. They're an inanimate object. Yes, it does shoot a projectile. So does a mechanical pencil.
Well,
you could turn a spring-loaded knife into a projectile weapon.
I don't think a mechanical pencil is an accurate comparison here, though. I mean, one is for writing down shopping lists and grocery lists. The other one is for, firing rounds. So you're saying there is no common sense gun control. There is no answer to this. It all should be good to go. Everything should be open, available to everyone.
I think it's just going to end up what I would do, which is my opinion, is survival of the fittest. If you're an idiot and you pull a gun on somebody who's better with a gun than you are, then you probably shouldn't do it.
But all right, let's walk through that scenario real quick. You and me. I pull a gun on you. You draw in retaliation. You shoot me dead. All right, survival of the fittest. But look at what's happened. I committed a crime. I committed assault, which it could be claimed I committed attempted murder. And you shot me down. And depending on what state you live in, you can get charged with murder. So, or self-defense or whatever. It depends on what state you live in. But Pookie, all right, D-Max, I'm gonna try to get Pookie in here one more time because I'm having audio. Pookie, you there?
Hello?
Oh my God, we have Pookie. All right, let's get get D-Max in here because I'm trying to get him in.
Okay.
Once I figure out how the hell to do this.
I think I figured out what was causing my microphone not to work.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this whole Skype thing. It doesn't want to work for me. There we go. Great group. All right, D-Max, you there? Can you hear me? D-Max?
Oh, D-Max.
D-Max.
No, Hello?
There we go. There's D-Max. All right. Might have figured it out. Oh, my Lord. Hey, D-Max. Hey, Pookie.
Anyway.
Nice to have you here.
Saying what the lethality, if I draw, I can hold somebody at gunpoint, but in order to fire, their lethality has to be higher than my lethality in defense of an individual or myself.
And that's entirely true, but we're not looking at the intricacies of why you drew or what caused you to drew. It's already happened. I drew, you drew in response, you shot me dead. I'm not fired around.
Well, you got to look at the intricacies. Otherwise, there's no point in even talking about it, because if everybody just gets a gun, everybody gets a gun.
But if everybody gets a gun, okay, if everybody gets a gun, what about someone that has severe, mental health issues? That's someone that is depressed, someone that is suffering from severe anxiety or agoraphobia to the point of violence, or Pookie, what's the name of the one where you can't stand being seen by anyone? Pescaphobia.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there's one where if you're visibly seen by anyone, you go into violent outbursts because you're afraid of criticism and afraid of being seen. People of extreme, we're not talking run of the mill. Hey, I'm not feeling good. Give me my Xanax. But extreme mental health disorders. You're saying it would be okay to give them a firearm, or should those regulations stay where they are now? Having everyone have a firearm doesn't seem like an adequate solution, because there are people that are not comfortable with firearms.
Darwinism.
And Darwinism's a great answer, but still, not everyone throughout history, not everyone was a warrior, not everyone was a fighter. We're talking about not just veterans, we're talking about the whole population. How can we...
I'm just saying you got to draw a fine line, because if you restrict even one civilian individual over a mental health disorder, they may have no felonies or anything and perfectly allowed to their Second Amendment right. Where do they stop there? They're not going to stop. They're going to say, combat vet. Oh, you must have a mental issue. And you could be a combat vet with 0 felonies. So it's just...
I don't know. I'm a firm believer that an armed society is a polite society, and I think everyone should be able to carry.
I believe everyone should be available to carry.
I choose not to.
I believe everyone should be available to carry. That is correct. But when you have something that could prevent or preclude, that makes you a danger to yourself or to society, for example, someone on suicide watch where they're a danger to themselves, or someone that has proven through repeated action that they will find the dangerous course of action, be it assault or just constantly getting into fights, constantly being overly aggressive than needed.
That's what prison's for, man.
Yeah, but the prisons today are not designed for rehabilitation. We'll call it spade a spade here. Prisons are not designed for rehabilitation. They're designed for making money. So
I agree with that, but I mean, repeat offenders, like say with firearms, for example, should never see the light of day again.
And if somebody's that violent to where they want to kill people with a firearm, they're really not going to get stopped by limiting just the firearm. We're going to find another means of assault.
Like that Chinese guy a couple years back, he took a freaking vegetable cleaver and he went on a rampage. I think he killed 20-some people.
Yeah, didn't even have a projectile weapon. I mean, you can use anything.
And
you can use a chair.
Correct. However, you're saying that, and from what I'm hearing from both of you, an armed society is a polite society, which, from what I'm understanding, is everyone should be allowed to carry a firearm.
Yes.
And everyone starts out
from what I would say is because you've seen all the military that was actually at the Vegas shooting, right?
Yeah.
And their response, if they'd have been allowed to carry, you know what would have happened?
Yeah.
How's that? they would have been clearing that damn building.
Here's the part that bothers me. So many people bring up if they were allowed to carry, and I'm trying to find out, was it the venue that stated they weren't allowed to carry? Because from what I saw with Las Vegas laws, concealed carry is you got to go through a class and get a permit, and open carry is constitutional there. So unless it was the venue.
Vegas, they could have not had reciprocity with the states that they came from.
Well,
it was a concert, and it's
that's a state's issue. But if it was the venue, and I'll try to find that when we go on break, I'll try to find out if it was the venue that explicitly stated, no firearms. The venue, a private corporation has that right. Where I work, I'm not allowed to carry a firearm where I work. I'm allowed to keep it in my car, in the parking lot, but I'm not allowed to bring it on into the building where I work. It's a private corporation is entitled to say you can't do this, and when you accept employment, you're if they say, oh, you can't have a firearm on premises, and you accept employment there, yeah, you're saying I'm okay with that, not a problem, okay. And if you attend a concert, like I used to go to the St. Pete Times Forum, now the Tampa Bay Times Forum, for concerts in Florida when I lived there, we weren't allowed to bring firearms in there. We accepted that as one of the rules for attending that private venue. So now it's transitioning to rights of if it was the venues or if it was the state, which from what I'm seeing, the state did not say they couldn't, and the city did not say they couldn't, and the reciprocity for Nevada is pretty lenient. I mean, even New York, going from New York to Arizona, you have reciprocity, but not vice versa. It more than likely was the venue saying you couldn't, which is, we've all been somewhere where a venue says, or a private place of business says, sorry, no firearms allowed, and that's their right.
There was no force protection, which bugs the shit out of me about things like that, because like if there was a president speaking, there'd be snipers everywhere.
Yeah, but how many country music singers do you think need to have fucking snipers? I mean, how many times?
You know what? It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Okay, so
theory of a condom.
So let's go down that route. Fucking country music festival. We'll say the big CMA Fest here in Nashville. And in order to protect all the singers, they're going to put snipers up to protect them. Oh my fucking God! How much would that cost the Country Music Association?
They make a shit ton of money anyways. They can afford it.
But is it a worth cost? Is what you're paying for worth the outcome? That's the art. And I'm not saying I don't.
Until these venues start protecting people, maybe people should stop going to them. It's like I don't like to go to Walmart because they don't have like pylons set up in front of the building. Anyone could just drive up and go boom anytime they wanted to.
That's a shitty Walmart.
If they're going to make a choice as a private company to restrict their patrons from carrying a firearm, then they need to step up their game in a private protection. Otherwise, stop going to those things because they're not protecting.
Good example.
But saying that means that when I go to Publix, I expect Publix to have security there protecting me. I expect when I go to the bank, which is just a run-of-the-mill plain Jane bank, to have security there to protect me. When I go to the movie theaters, I'm expecting security there to protect me because those three places do not allow firearms. So I'm expecting armed security to protect me. The problem with expecting a corporation to do that is it worth it? Corporations are not worried about.
So take all these police that are out looking for marijuana, take them off the streets, put them in the buildings. Simple as that.
And then there's a mass shooting, and you have all these police securing all these different locations that now have to go from these different locations to etc. It's not an easy answer, but private corporations, and especially this is venue based that says we're not allowed to you're not allowed to have firearms in our venue. That's been done everywhere. My entire adult life, my teenage, my children years, private corporations have had the right to deny admittance based off of, you can't, even employment. You can't go around saying, Oh God, what's the most offensive thing I can think of without being offensive? I hate all white people. There we go. Boom. I could say that I'm white. I hate all white people. You can get fired for that. You can get fired for carrying a firearm on property. You can get fired for talking ill about your company. You can get fired even though you're exercising your First Amendment or Second Amendment rights in those examples. Corporations can fire you. Why? Because you consent to those stipulations. That's the biggest thing. Here's consent.
Based on employment.
Ooh, the word consent.
You know, it's even if you go to the music venue, you consent to not have a firearm. You consent, and you don't go to a music venue expecting people to get shot up and expecting people to get shot at. You know, it's you go there to listen to music, have a good time. What happened was horrible, but you can't expect a corporation to a business of any kind to change its policies because of a armed society is a polite society and everyone's going to be armed. They have to look out for the majority, just like the government has to think of what's best for the country, not the individual.
I don't like that because that's kind of like the needs of the many outweigh the few kind of thing, and that's borderline communism, man.
Well, once again, communism is redistribution of wealth. Communism is complete and total redistribution to where everyone is supposed. Ideal communism is where everyone's supposed to get exactly the same thing. However, in our republic, where we have elected officials to represent us, they have to think of not only their representatives, but also of the other constituents, the other citizens, and their needs as well. That's why some bills are signed by the Democratic senator of Arizona and the Republican senator of Florida, and they're co-sponsored by different people, because in the immediate, it affects their constituents, their citizens first, but when it gets sponsored, pushed through, boom, they're asking, will this affect your people? Will this benefit them as well? You know, corporations have to think about their bottom line and how the many will affect that bottom line. The government has to think of how will this affect the entire country, not just how will this affect my district, my state. That's for our state officials to worry about and have a headache over. Get involved and fucking vote. Go out and vote next year.
I vote all the time. So.
I know. I'm just saying.
About
it's
the
a
bottom
PSA.
line. You reference the bottom line, right?
What's up?
Okay, Jason Aldean canceled all of his upcoming concerts.
Yes, he did.
If they'd have just hired maybe a security detail, it wouldn't have affected their bottom line. It would have been cheaper to hire a private security detail like that instead of him canceling all his concerts and then the state having to fund all the recovery.
How much would a private security detail cost, though? How much would G4S or fucking what is Blackwater these days? Pharaoh or Fierce or
the names change all the time because of stupid government regulation. But
fucking jihadijoehunters.com, whatever. They're not cheap. Private security is not cheap.
They're not cheap, but as long as it's stateside, it's not as expensive.
But you gotta think, these companies, these private individuals, be it Jason Aldean or the Country Music Association, have to put forward this money, and it could be anywhere from $1 to $500,000. And then that $500,000 may not be for your entire tour. That may be for one night. And you got to think of the venue too. And if you're gonna talk about companies hiring private security, using Las Vegas as an example, there are so many sight lines into that venue. They would need snipers, overhead, be it a chopper or a drone or something. They would need a lot of manpower and technology in order to secure that. Whereas, if everyone was armed, an armed society is a polite society, then you have the negative side of things of everyone is suspicious. Because yes, everyone is armed, but are they carrying right now? I'm playing devil's advocate here. You can't have an armed society.
No, I get what you're saying. You get one round pop off, now everyone's got their pistols drawn. Everyone's trying to figure out who's shooting. I understand that.
Yeah, and then if you have private
I'm
security,
saying
it's going to cost
controlled
way too much.
environment of it, though. Not everybody just packing a pistol. Like,
I don't go to movie theaters anymore because they don't provide security. Most of them don't, even after everything that happened in Colorado. I don't go. I don't like Walmart.
Yeah, they saw I was carrying.
I just don't. I mean, I'm paranoid about where I go these days. I stay vigilant. Most people are complacent, and that's where issues like this happen.
That is another thing. You bring up a very good point, Pookie. I will not allow myself to become complacent when I go out. When I go out, and I don't. Okay, sometimes I'll carry, sometimes I won't. I'll be honest. 9 times out of 10, I'm not worried about it because I'm going to fucking Taco Bell or McDonald's. But I'm vigilant on who's entering the building, where my exits are, how to get out of there. Maintain vigilance. That is a very important thing here. And don't get complacent in maintaining that vigilance. I think the most important thing is with common sense gun control. You can't regulate. You can't completely ban. You can regulate, but you can't completely ban. Because when you ban something, that's when you're taking away a person's right to something. But when you regulate something, that means that you have a way for that person to obtain it through proper means. And if you look at what is regulated, for example, suppressors, and how they are obtained and how they are used, we haven't heard a major story about how suppressors were involved in a mass shooting in the past 7 months.
Because that's completely unviable for a mass shooting scenario. A suppressor would burn up at that rate of fire.
Correct. At that rate of fire, what happened in Vegas. But let's say you're someone that has got the suppressor, gone through all the steps for that, has had firearms in the past. If they've already gone through all the steps for a suppressor, that means that more than likely, playing the game of probability here, they have some understanding of how that suppressor works, and they're not going to go non-stop automatic with a bump stock.
Do you know I can make a suppressor out of an oil filter and right parts pretty much, and bam, I've got a suppressor for less than $50.
Yeah, we talked about that Monday, and that's entirely true. You can, but will you?
I don't do it because it's against the law. I don't do that. But I'm just saying, if someone wants to break the law about a suppressor, that's as simple as that.
Monday I talked about the SHARE Act and how the SHARE Act had a motion in it for suppressors to get deregulated, and I agree with suppressors getting deregulated to an extent. I still think there should be a background check. I still, I'm okay with going up to my local gun store and saying, "Hey, I want to buy that mouse fart suppressor." Okay, cool. Do this background check. Cool, not a problem. But it shouldn't be as stringent as it is now. But it still should be, some work. I don't believe you should have these restrictions on the AR series of rifles or any rifle, except for maybe a minigun. I don't really see.
I don't think an average American should be running around with a minigun.
I mean,
but if you want to go through like the background checks and everything for it, go ahead. I mean,
but that's a whole other process.
Later.
That's
can't even carry
half
a minigun.
Half your life expectancy is given away to getting a minigun.
Exactly.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in, D-Max. We're gonna see if we can. We're gonna see if we can get some other people in here to chit chat.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, brother.
All right, later.
Yeah, Pookie. I don't know what the hell's going on with Skype for Windows 10. I'm about to chuck it, install it on a disk.
Punch it.
I'm gonna install it on a disk and beat the shit out of it, and then put it back in my computer and see if it works.
I hate Windows 10. You can always just get Linux and be happy.
Well, okay. Listen, man. I'm already computer illiterate. I don't need. You're talking. I just know how to install my video games and play them.
They've got some distros of Linux that are easier to use than like a Mac.
Yeah.
Ubuntu being one of them. It's easy. You just click install and bam, you're ready to go.
Oh man, you've already confused me. Well, I think with that being said, that was awesome opening session. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll come back at the top of the hour, and we're gonna move on forward to a little bit more of a somber topic, and I'm gonna try to fight Skype a little bit more. So, Pookie, you got anything for him?
No, not really. Y'all be safe for the next 10 minutes. Maybe I'll see you again.
Hey, don't go crazy, guys. All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Shots!
WTF Nation Radio.
Keep holding on when my brain's ticking like a bomb. Guess the black dogs have come again to get me. Sweet bitter words, unlike nothing I've heard. Sing along, rocking bird, you don't affect me. That's right, deliver it to my heart. Please try, be deliberate. I'm telling you, wait, I'm never ever, I'd wait. Getting back together, too late. I'm never ever, what looks so strong, so delicate. Wait, talk to your friends, suffocate. Talk to me, just away. I'm never ever, what looks so strong, so delicate. Joke again, I thought my demons were my friends. Pity me, in the end they're out to get me. Since I was young, I've tasted sorrow on my tongue, and this sweet sugar gun does not protect me. That's right, deliver it to my heart. Please try, be deliberate. I'm telling you, wait, I'm never ever, I'd wait. Getting back together, too late. I'm never ever, what looks so strong, so delicate. Wait, talk to your friends, suffocate. Talk to me, just away. I'm never ever, what looks so strong, so delicate. What looks so strong, so delicate. What looks so strong, so delicate. I'm trying to hold it together. Head is lighter than a feather. Looks like I'm not getting better, not getting better. Wait, I'm coming undone. I wait, I'm coming undone. Too late, I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. Wait, I'm coming undone. I wait, I'm coming undone. Too late, I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. Wait, I'm starting to suffocate, and soon I anticipate. I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. 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 Looks so strong, so delicate.
Hello. Did someone just join? Or my hoodies.
Trapped inside, it makes it difficult.
This is WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Hey, how y'all doing today? I have Pookie and Ghosty with me for Jose's Taco Truck. Hey, Pookie. Ghosty, you there?
Hey. Ghosty's ghosting.
Oh, Lord. Stop being so spectral. I have tacos and chalupas.
Chalupas.
I know. Probably the best part of my day now is chalupas and quesadillas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord almighty.
I couldn't do what you do, man, because I'd be fat.
Honestly, it's inspired me. I've moved away from driving the pilots and flight attendants to working in a certain restaurant, certain restaurant that specializes in these sort of things. And I don't eat there. I go across the street to Taco Bell, to Subway. There we go, Subway. Go across the street to Subway and get myself a turkey sandwich. What I'd say,
dude, when I go to Subway, I was to get the, like 1,500 calorie damn sub with like everything on it.
I feel like when I go in there, I'm the Ron Swanson of sandwiches. Give me all of the jalapenos you have. I'm afraid you heard some. No, I want all of them.
Yes.
Lo and behold, I have gotten that one. I did go to this one Subway before that was near the pilot flight attendant gig, and yeah, they literally gave me 2 bags of jalapenos and charged me like $5 for them. Like, what am I supposed to do with them? So, yeah, there's shit like that. That's how I keep the taco truck stocked with jalapenos. Got y'all covered, folks.
Yeah. I like the ghost chilies.
So, I want to shift fire from common sense gun control over to a story in Africa of 3 Green Berets killed and 2 were wounded in a Niger ambush. the country of Niger.
I was reading some of that.
Yeah. 3 U.S. Army Special Forces soldiers were killed and 2 others were wounded Wednesday in an ambush in the West African country of Niger. Of the 2 Green Berets wounded, both are expected to pull through, a U.S. official with direct knowledge of the attacks told Fox News. One of them had life-threatening injuries at one time, but has stabilized. The other had serious injuries. As the official states, it was a routine patrol in order to train the Nigerian forces, and it was not a raid. It was a squad of between 8 to 10 soldiers, and they were ambushed in a rural area about 125 miles north of Niger's capital, Niamey, Niamey, near the border with Mali, the official said. It's unclear which terrorist group conducted the attack. In addition to Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, other groups affiliated with ISIS are active in the area. My heart goes out to those families. I mean, fuck. It bothers me every time I have to read a story like this. And
it's just sad that we still got troops over there, and they're getting lit up.
Yeah.
And you don't hear about it that much in the news, and everyone's more worried about other things.
And seeing this, which is something after coming to WTF Nation Radio, I used to see it a lot through various veteran groups on Facebook. But I wanted to present this next question for this next segment, which is, do you feel that we are becoming desensitized as a populace to the effects of the war? Of the war on terror.
It's been almost 2 decades now. We've been at war, and I mean, our entire generation now has grown up with the war going on. So yeah, they're desensitized to it. It's just like whatever. Most of them just like, what the hell are we even over there? They don't realize. Most of them. That was it. Most high school kids today never witnessed. They weren't alive when 9/11 happened. So there you go.
I remember, I was a young boy when 9/11 happened. I was living in Nassau County, Long Island, and yes, Dale, hundreds of people die in plane crashes at a time. Let's ban planes. To the previous common sense gun control.
Yeah, and planes are horrible for the environment too. So there you go.
Ban them. But I remember going to school, and they closed it. They canceled it, and it was horrific. And I thoroughly remember, the days after, and then we had the massive blackout up there.
You were the shit like in New York when that shit happened.
Yeah, I was living on Long Island. I was about
holy shit.
Yeah, I was less than 50 miles away from the city. So, all that debris and dust which fell, and it did cover Long Island for a little bit, but it was like, holy shit, this actually happened. And from that point, originally, don't rip on me for this one. When I was a little boy, I wanted to join the Navy because Grandpa was in the Navy, and then I learned the error of my ways.
Legit.
Yeah, learned the error of my ways. And
I never had a problem.
Wanted to go Army because the Navy doesn't have infantry, and
I tried to join the Marines and they wouldn't take me.
Bastards. They couldn't handle the masculinity of Pookie. I'm sorry, the men's department of the Navy, but just joking. I noticed that as the years went by, especially now that we're in the teens, I would be scrolling through Facebook and I'm like, oh shit, so many more, X amount, this happened. And after serving, now it feels like every time a knife is wrenched into me.
Yeah.
God damn it. And I wonder, has anyone encountered someone or talked to people or been in a position at work or in just like the park or something in public where there's not a care in the world, that it's completely desensitized, and it becomes instantly a political issue instead of a hey, we lost 5 guys over, and we have 5 guys that 3 got hurt, 2 got killed. And has anyone encountered that level of desensitivity to our service members that are currently fighting the war on terror.
Constantly.
Yeah. And if you have, please feel free to call the show and share. I'd love to hear your stories, your input about this.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
So, Pookie, when did you go to Iraq or Afghanistan?
Iraq.
Yeah. See,
05, 06.
Hot damn. I was a slick sleeve when I got out, so I'm not familiar with overseas. I'm being very personal here. Please judge me fairly. But when you came back, what was your initial thoughts when you came back? Like, especially in 05, 06, it was just before the surge, the big surge in 07. God damn, I'm that much younger than you. Fuck. What were your initial thoughts when you came back, and did you see that level of desensitivity then?
Not really. I mean, granted, I was at Fort Hood, so most of the people there are military. So, getting back home on leave and stuff, like a lot of people were like, I don't agree with the war in Iraq, blah blah blah. You know, I was like, well, you know what? I signed a contract to do whatever the government tells me to, and I do what the government tells me to do. So, I mean, it didn't bother me none.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's how I felt when I went in as well.
I joined specifically to go to Iraq because when the war kicked off, the initial invasion of Iraq, I was too young to sign up. I signed up that next year, and bam, I was over in Iraq.
I'm reading your comment right now, Casey. What are you talking about? Like, for example, if I was at the park with my kid and politics got brought up by the parents and someone said, oh, someone was KI, you know, the parents just kind of graze over it saying, oh, but did you hear about this? Yeah, no, stuff like that. You know, complete desensitivity of the military and the current war on terror. And hell yeah, Kels, it's awesome. Go and see the world. Oh, drinking coffee, listening to you guys playing World of Warcraft. You better be playing Horde, Kels. I'm sorry I didn't check that before. Yeah, if you've ever had an instance of where it's just complete desensitivity of, nah, fuck that shit, I want to talk about the Kardashians, great, call in, call the show, 415-889-8367. Let us, I want to hear your opinions on how we can help bring, you know, this topic, which is not an excellent, you know, awesome thing to be dealing with, how we can make it more public of, hey, this is still going on, this is still an issue, you know, and viable solutions other than pull everyone out and stick them on the border. And yeah, people are just desensitized in general. I blame the internet, but you know, I'm just a lowly radio host.
Social media is a big reason why a lot of people are desensitized to stuff.
Kel says, I think media, because they aren't able to give accurate information that civilians don't really get it.
That might be true too. I never even thought of it like that. Like from a civilian's point of view, it's like, oh, okay, you know.
I remember.
You know, you serve.
Yeah, I remember being in. Oh God, here it comes. Elementary school and watching live on CNN the tanks in Iraq. I remember that as one of the coolest videos I remember, and the reporter riding on a tank. I was fucking cool when I was fucking, I think it was 5th grade? No, 6th grade. I was in 6th grade when I saw that. No, 7th grade, I'm sorry. Middle school, I was in middle school. 7th grade. I thought that was cool as shit. And then, you know, that's not really a very accurate depiction of what happens overseas, as I've come to learn. But yeah, that is definitely I feel a contributing factor, you would say. But that ties into the media and ratings and how do we bump ratings? Anthony Bourdain, parts unknown. How would you? I mean, would you encourage people to report? You know, how would you encourage people in that situation to, especially with the media, get more accurate out there, other than report accurately, ignore the ratings? which is the immediate. We're going to completely ignore the ratings fight right now. Just on that one scenario, how would you get accurate information out to people? Is it through the news? Is it through social media? Is it through fucking, I don't know, USO tours? KC says it's 100% because, for example, a lot of folks around here don't know many people in the military, around your area, I'm assuming. So when they hear about people dying, they're just like, oh, that's horrible. And then go on and about how the war is terrible and necessary and change the topic. Would it be better if we pressed the issue and talked about the reality of it and how it's important?
Another thing too is a lot of combat vets don't like to come forward and talk about their experiences. Some experiences are, kind of nightmarish.
Yeah. Would that tie in? Now, I know that ties into with experiences being nightmarish. That could tie into many things, PTSD, or other mental health issues, or just because they don't want to talk about it, or they just don't like people. Like me, I hate all white people.
I hate everyone.
Yes. Would it benefit, in order to destroy this desensitivity, would it benefit to provide venues for these guys, other than just talking to veterans, talking to people and saying, this is what we go through, this is what we're doing, this is what we've done, because this is, we're starting to hit that point where history is repeating itself with
Vietnam.
Yeah, like Vietnam. That's what I was going for. Yeah, with Vietnam, where guys are coming home and it's okay. And I'm
come home, like my buddy from Afghanistan. He said he got off the plane and someone started screaming "baby killers" and shit like that. Like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, we now have the means, be it through internet radio or through Facebook, to talk and share these stories and share the realities of it and say, this is still a thing going on and we're affected by it. Like every other interest group in the fucking world. What do you think it would help benefit, the veteran cause and help decrease desensitivity about the war on terror and when soldiers get hurt or when service members get hurt or killed, and making an open topic of how we can constructively go forward, because this ties tying it all back around, ties right back down to the government and our elected officials as the ones that can effectively continue or end what's going on.
I'm a firm belief that a lot of our elected officials have no idea what's going on 99% of the time overseas.
Yeah, I mean,
it's easy to send, it's easy to send a young kid over there and not even think twice about it. I mean, a few of them are veterans, but the majority of them have no idea.
He knows more about journalism than me. He actually journalism. Branko, brother, we got to get you a. Yeah, he actually a reporter. My nightmares got so bad from childhood. I honestly don't remember dreams anymore. 7 times worse than combat. I'm sorry to hear that, Branko. But if you ever do, if it is like that, you could always call battles in distress if you ever get to that point. Which then leads me to the next thing, as a decent tie-in. Do the methods and measures we have now, battles in distress, the VA, okay, the VA's a joke, but all the organizations that are out there to help and assist veterans and get them out into the reintegration, are we dealing with reintegration of veterans poorly, which is also causing desensitization?
I will agree with you on the fact that they are failing miserably at reintegrating the veterans. They are. I mean, if you go up to Richmond VA, you see all the homeless veterans just chilling outside all the time. It's insane.
I constantly hear horror stories about the Memphis VA because it's close-ish to me, but I've never
Some VA centers are amazing. I hear great stories about them, and it's all dependent on who's directing it. You know, Richmond, they do their job. They're just overbooked, man. They do the DC area, Northern Virginia area. They do all that crap, man. There's just too many people for one center. It's insane.
And what about private organizations like Disabled American Veterans or
DAV in this area is so booked out. They put, like, I try to get help from them to get to my appointments and stuff like that because, you know, I can't drive. All right, cool. They're like, man, we're booked out, man. You're gonna have to call us like 6 months in advance sometimes, and it's just insane. You know, like, okay, all right.
so desensitization is difficult because, you know, and bringing it back to relevance topics because it's poorly reported. It's constantly reported. It's poorly reported. And then reintegration so that we could also work towards resensitization as well as bringing this issue back to the forefront is poorly handled because you can't really reintegrate because everyone's, you know, the majority of where these English, KJ. Wow, I'm just having one of those days, Pookie. Because populations around VAs are getting to be so dense that even third-party organizations and companies can't properly assist. Like you just said, 6 months. God damn. That's insane.
I waited almost a whole year to get surgery on my hand, and at last week something came up. I couldn't go. Transportation issue. And I called them, and they're like, okay, well, we'll reschedule you. And I never got a call back for rescheduling. So I waited forever. I'm half tempted to just go pay out of pocket to do that, get my hand fixed, man.
Fuck that noise. See, Kelsey is saying in the Mixer chat, I think so, they are failing. I see East Coast vets not given the resources that I have found out here in Oregon, and there are so many resources for vets, but no one knows about them. And the VA is okay, but with with female veterans, it sucks ass. The VA assumes that if a woman is in the VA with a male, they are there with the male vet when the woman is the veteran. And there are female veterans that are ashamed of their veteran status. That is...
Say what?
Yeah, I'm curious, you know, that's coming up. Are there any women listening that are ashamed of claiming to be a veteran? That
I don't know why you would do that. That's like a badge of honor.
A badge of honor. You know, and I can't wrap my brain around that one. And once again, I appreciate your opinion, Kels. And if there is anyone there, I want you. And if there's anyone there, any ladies out there that feel that way, please know you're a fucking hero in my book. You're my sister, and I'm proud to call you my sister. And I will back you up 110% of the way. And even giving you that lovingly gip slap when you decide to do something stupid, I'll be there for you too. But fucking, how do we fix this issue of desensitization and reintegration? You know, it seems to be that they're tied. You know, we have VAs, we have veterans that are broken that can't reintegrate because of time constraints and travel constraints, and can't help deal with the sensitivity issue of we are a community that was willing, and some have given all, and the populace at large is not acknowledging that.
The big issue with this VA thing is I honestly firmly believe that it should be privatized, and I should be able to just take my VA card into any freaking hospital I need to, and bam. And that would solve the overpopulation problem right off the bat.
All right.
It works the same way as Medicare does, and it would solve the problem.
All right, so we have privatization, which, bam, go to any doctor, open it up to where anyone can go anywhere, which is something President Trump said a couple of times during his campaign he wanted to do.
Which is why he got my vote.
Which, my question is, how the hell do you regulate that in any capacity? If you privatize veteran affairs, how the hell do you make sure that the veteran doesn't get screwed? Because the minute you open something up to private corporations, Like, for example, student loans and how Sally Mae went from federal to private. How the hell do you prevent someone from getting screwed? How do you prevent someone from getting overcharged or given bad advice and now they're homeless, or a bad home loan and with 400% interest and they're fucked? How do we?
Well, I mean, you would have to have certain regulations on it. Yeah. I mean, you can't just be here you go, you're free to go. I mean, I understand that. I mean, but if I need surgery, I should be able to schedule through any doctor I want to, and not through the VA.
Okay. Allie asks, would mandatory service decrease desensitization like the Israelis have 2 years mandatory?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I firmly believe that once you hit 18, before you even go to college, you should do at least 2 years.
I am a firm believer, and you've heard me say it before in other shows, I believe in the Starship Trooper system. You are a civilian until you serve. And then your service guarantees citizenship. I am hardcore about that because that is a standard that everybody has to go to unless you're something medically exempts you, like, I don't know, fucking, you start walking around like Quasimodo back, you're a hunchback. But hell yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking singing about Esmeralda and shit with fucking Frollo fucking sitting there sniffing on a scarf.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, I think I'm gonna road trip to you and show you the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Gonna have a Disney weekend with Pookie.
Oh dear God.
We go watch Moana, and we go watch Frozen, and okay.
No.
Sorry, I'm a huge Disney nerd, but yeah, I do feel that at 2 years mandatory is just enough time to get in there and say, "Suck it the fuck up, Buttercup."
You also get a lot of these idiots running around, give them 2 years of like actual, people skills instead of sending them right off to college and then fucking run themselves $60,000 in the debt.
And the other thing, this is a personal opinion. Y'all heard the disclaimer. The other thing I believe in, along with Starship Troopers, is officers. Officers should come from the enlisted ranks.
I thought it used to be like that a long time ago.
I do not know, but I know I don't like ROTC. I don't like how a random Joe from Minnesota can go to ROTC and go to OSUT and whatever else training he needs to do and come out as a butter bar. It bothers me a little bit because this person is expected to lead troops into combat and has not been in combat before and has to rely heavily on the platoon sergeant. Whereas if you reverse that and you have someone that's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, now is a second lieutenant, first lieutenant, whatever, they know how to properly issue orders.
That's why fire service officers are always 1,000 times more efficient than straight out of college officers.
Oh man, there was this gentleman back where I loved every single day. There was this officer I had that every single fucking day. And you fucking privates, remember, I was one of you. I know your tricks. So try them and see if they work. But if they don't, remember, I will give you shit. I'm like, oh, fuck me. He was a great fucking dude. But yeah, I think a 2 year service, mandatory service, would make everyone who had to do it realize this is not the money misconception. You're in the military, you make so much money. Bullshit. The always getting laid and traveling the world misconception. Bullshit. The always you can kill anyone indiscriminately when you go overseas. Bullshit. It would take a lot of these misconceptions and throw them out of the water, and it would really give people a sense of pride in their country. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would totally agree with that. Another thing too that would fix a lot of things with the military and the veterans would you would be let's say pay the congressman what a private makes and give them VA health care, and I'm pretty sure a lot of shit would get fixed real quick.
If we took one fucking week and gave every congressman and senator VA health care just for a fucking week, the VA would be solved within a matter of days. Holy fucking shit. But then again, I'm also writing in on every ballot, Trey Gowdy. So, that man's a fucking legend. Yeah, I think that would definitely decrease the
That he is.
sensitization.
He's what, the senator from South Carolina, right?
Yep. I love him.
That dude loves ripping up an assholes, man.
I honestly, I'm gonna be dead on. I'm gonna be dead honest with everybody here. I did not vote for President Trump. I did not vote for Hillary. I voted for Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
But man, if Gowdy ever goes on the ticket, oh my God, hell yeah. Oh, Merrill, love it. The get to your first duty station and buy a new Mustang misconception. It's no longer a Mustang. It's a Camaro.
Or a Charger.
Or a Charger. Or the get to your first duty station and buy a 95 Jeep Cherokee with a 12-inch lift. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Kells wants me to tell them all to let it go.
Oh no.
Go. You can't hold me in you can't hold me in this pattern anymore. Okay, I'm not going into Disney. I'll fucking derail forever. Oh man, yeah. Now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch Disney movies today. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm a fucking Disney nerd. Leave me the fuck alone. That's my ideal summer vacation, Disney. Okay, so shit's fucked, yo. We're gonna try to find a way to fix it. Other than that, I like to keep the last half hour of the show kind of light, kind of fun, kind of relaxed. I was kind of wondering, it's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Who's doing what? I mean, I know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm working. I will be lamenting, and y'all can go to the beach and have fun. But what you doing this weekend other than your hoobabaloo with Saturday Night Savagery? You got a preview for us, Pookie?
No, I just go fishing and drink beer, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hunting season's right around the corner, so I'm gonna be hunting here soon.
Yeah. I'm actually hunting season. Oh, I want to talk about hunting season. So, has anyone here have you ever hunted on post? Like on the back 40 or whatever?
I went turkey hunting one time at Fort Gordon.
Okay, so I'm going to Fort Campbell this year for hunting season. And oh my God, it's going to be the first time I'm using my muzzle loader for hunting a deer. And I'm stupid excited. So
that is fun. What do you got?
What do I got?
50 cal?
Oh, hell yeah. It's I don't remember the exact brand. I got it from my father-in-law as a present. I have it written down somewhere. I just don't remember. I haven't touched it in like a year. I've kept it clean. And that's
like
about
one
it.
of my ultimate dreams is once I get my blacksmith and shit set up, is eventually be able to make flintlocks.
Oh, dude, I love shooting the muzzle loader. Kicks like a mule, but I'm all excited to bag myself, a nice buck with that muzzle loader and get its first.
I personally don't shoot bucks. I only go for doe because I don't like the taste of the buck meat for some reason.
I just want to get one buck. That's it. Just one. Just for this season, that'll satisfy me for 5 years. I'll be good. I don't need another pair of antlers for another 5 years. I'm sorry, fresh works better than the plasticky crap you can get at Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, I got you.
Merrill is freaking out because the new Mustang thing doesn't exist anymore. It's Camaros and Chargers. Sorry, Merrill.
Oh, and ridiculous Jeeps.
But I'm also stupid excited because I started getting involved more in this video game called Squad. Okay, so everyone's heard of Arma.
Yes.
Where you have land nav and all that shit and all the bullshit that you have to do as a soldier in training and all that shit. It's like, oh, we're going to land nav course, all that shit. People like to make that a big deal in Arma. In Squad, all you do is shoot. That's it. But it's stupid. It's stupid realistic. It's bullet drops, everything, all that jazz. And I'm playing it, and there's this group of people I'm playing with, and they're a bunch of veterans, active duty, blah 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 blah. And it is the most It is the most.
So it's like Counter-Strike.
No, it's still Arma, but without all the random. It's streamlined. It is the most army that you could be. What'd you say, Pook?
So there's no like map making and triggers and all that shit.
No. It's just you're a squad leader, you're a medic, you're a rifleman, you're automatic rifleman, you're this, you're that. But the group I play with is the most army that you could be, and by the most army you can be, I mean every single comms is hoo-ah! It's a cacophony of hoo-ah! And just the uber. We have a rank structure, and it was to spoof on the milsims, and oh my God, Pookie, our boss is the most retarded person I've ever met in the world. We're just gonna charge him. We're gonna charge right in the machine gun fire. And a cacophony. Who-ahs? So last night I'm playing another game. I meet this guy who's a mortarman, who is a mortars guy from the Marine Corps, and he's all excited to play, get him involved. And the entire time, because we're being the most army we could be, his mortars. We have guys that are fisters that were fisters in real life, trying to direct the mortars guys. The mortar guys are trying to relay it to the game and mouse and keyboard. It all gets lost in translation. But every time he fires, you hear him scream through comms. Yacht! Screaming. It is.
What?
It is, the Marine Corps. Yacht, kill, hoorah.
Oh.
Screaming because him and there's like two other Marines in the server, and it was the funniest
crayons
shit.
and glue.
What's up?
Said crayons and glue.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's what we put their profile pictures as in our Discord. I don't know. What do you guys play any games? What do you guys like to play? Kels, I saw you liked World of Warcraft, and you don't play Horde. So sorry. When I ever get back on that, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Had a troll priest.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Shadow priest all the way, man.
All that bad juju.
Yeah.
I when they came out with paladins for the horde side with the blood elves, I was like, oh cool, I can be a paladin. Yeah. Rep Pally all day, every day. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys like to play? Come on. I don't hate Horde. You have to come find me first. So, what server you play on, Kels? Huh? You play on a PvP server? Huh? Even though I don't have the game, and I have Hunters, Pally, Tank, and... Oh, God. Wimp.
None of that Care Bear bullshit.
You probably playing PvE.
PvP all the way, man. I don't like them Care Bear servers, man.
Oh, yeah. What's that game you're always talking about? You're always posting pictures in the office of your high scores.
It was probably World of Tanks Blitz on the phone. That's about there's only 2 games I really play. Well, 3 actually. I play Clash Royale on the phone. Fun game. I haven't played it in a while. I play the World of Tanks, and then I play that Crusaders of Light, which is like a MMO.
Oh yeah. I keep seeing Crusaders of Light pop up on my Facebook.
It's legit. It's just a lot of grinding. That's pretty much. I mean, the battlefields are fun. They have kind of a faction kind of Horde versus Alliance kind of thing. It's all right, man. I mean, for a mobile game, it's amazing. I'll give it that. It's like a 4 gig download too.
half your soul's getting taken away. But yeah, when I discovered that Ghosty and I were equal nerds, and we played PUBG for the first time last Tuesday, which was incredible. That girl is bomb at PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Oh my God! I will gladly. I got her 6 in any game we play. She's just awesome.
Did you ever try a game called Rust?
Dude, I tried it. I'm not thrilled with it. I actually like Escape from Tarkov better.
Escape from what?
Oh, you don't know what EFT is?
No, I do not.
Okay, Nation, we have... Okay, you want to have the most fuckery in a game, play Escape from Tarkov. The whole premise is pick a PMC, Russians or Americans. I want America, because America. And And literally, you enter these individual instances called raids. They're levels. Complete them all, and all you have to do is survive and escape. Whatever you pick up, you get to keep. And if you die, whatever you had, unless it was insured, you lose. And once you complete all the raids, when the game is, because it's currently in closed beta, open beta is supposed to start in November, and then supposed to release in December, January. Supposed to. They push it back for reasons. They're on a budget of 5 Adidas tracksuits and a banana phone. Man, there has been so many times, but when you complete all the raids, what happens is that the entire game world, all those instances, all those maps become one big map. And then you just load in and play, and then it's closer to Rust. Finding safe areas where you can be safe and log out and establish a base of operations, shit like that. It can get really intense. Firefights are body armor is sparing, chest rigs and plates are sparing 3 different kinds of currency: the dollar, the euro, and rubles. Certain vendors only take certain currency. You want to change the gas block in your M4, go right ahead. You want to change how many spaces for your Picatinny rail on your M4, go right a fucking head, as long as you have that. It's insane.
Wow. That's pretty in depth there, man.
Yeah. I would... Oh, thanks for the follow, Rider Ghost. Hell yeah. Welcome to WTF Nation, bro. Just saw you on Mixer. It is a game for the most hardcore of players, and if you can find... I have my Steam account, WTFNR KJ. Add me, kill me. I don't care. I love playing with listeners. Y'all... Escape from Tarkov, good luck. Man, I played last night. I played for 15 minutes. In those 15 minutes, I was dripping sweat. Because it was like, oh shit, I was outgunned, outnumbered, oh fuck, and I was nowhere near the exit. And I died. It's like, oh great, I died. I was an idiot. Damn it. Escape from Tarkov, Ali. It is an incredible game. Here, I'll type it out for you real quick. That way you have it and you can look it out. Check it out. It is insane. These 5 guys from Russia just decided, we're gonna make a video game, and yeah, they have the fucking budget of 5 Adidas tracksuits and a banana phone and a snort of vodka, and that's about it.
That's where all the best video games come from, though.
Oh my god. Russia and Korea, bro. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and from Korea, and now Russia's coming out with Escape from Tarkov. Actually, now I know what it is. It's actually it's tinfoil hats on. It's the Russians trying to breach all of our computer networks to gather sensitive social media data on us. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
So
I used to, before I lost my internet, so my game that I was playing really heavy into was Mech Warrior Online. That was my shit.
I like Mech Warrior, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a whole fan of the whole robots and shit.
What? Not big stompy robots, man. You gotta love the big stompy robots.
It's not on Steam, Ali. You actually have to search it. It's not on Steam. The company is called Battlestate, I believe. I got that wrong, but yeah, definitely just Google search it and it'll pop up. And it's really cool because with their you pre-order it, you can get access to the closed beta, and we'll link up and play. But it's insane. I would not play arena shooters again unless they re-released Quake, and that's what
they are coming back with Quake, man. ID's doing a reboot.
Really?
I think it's Quake Arena too. I think.
Well, I am going.
My Game Informer had pictures of it. I had to go see which one it was.
I'm going to disappear off the face of the earth when that releases. It'll be like,
yeah, Quake was my shit, man.
Hi, this is a taco truck. Wi-Fi password is such and such. Here's the Discord. Join me and let's play some Quake.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I liked when Half-Life modded it. They had the Quake mod for Half-Life, and that's all I did for shit. Probably about 3 years straight.
Oh yeah. Arc and H1Z1. You got a bump from H1Z1, and you really, if you like H1Z1, you'll like Escape from Tarkov, especially if you play like Daisy, H1Z1, shit like that. Because instead of zombies, they have scavs, and you can play as a scav every 30-40 minutes. Same rules. Whatever you bring in, you got to bring out. If you don't bring it out, you die, and you die, you lose it. But the AI for the computers, they're on their own custom server. From what I understand, from what I've been told and what I've understood, they're on their own custom server connecting to the player server, so they have their own latency and lag issues. And also players...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like they have...
That's actually ingenious.
Yeah, they had this one really bad glitch where the AI could see, the computer-controlled scavs could see you through cover, which was hilarious because they just start shooting at you. But when they fixed it, now I've hidden in a bush, literally in a bush, not moving, not breathing, because your microphone is always on. Even if you mute it through your computer, it overrides it. It is per condition.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what a analog mute button would be good for.
Oh yeah. Having these buttons here, I didn't have the buttons when I first installed it, so I was not moving, not breathing, and I cricked my chair just like that. I don't know if you heard that. And bam, they turned in unison. I had 3 scavs turn in unison, look at my bush, and start moving to investigate. It was nuts. Oh man. Now I'm all excited and I'm like, ooh, I might have someone to play EFT from. I never got into Ark though. I could never get into the survival, like, oh, you need water. Oh, you need food. You're dehydrated. Meanwhile, you're sitting right next to a freshwater lake. Pokey, we gotta play some games, bro. When I come over to
I need to get internet. Is what I need, man. I told you, man. I live in the mountains, man. They ain't reached the lines up as far yet, man.
When I come over to show you all the Disney movies you missed out on, I'll bring my I'll make sure the taco truck is top of the line Wi-Fi, and bam, link up, knock some stuff out.
There we go.
Play some Quake. I'm pro farming. Okay, cool. So you farm and I'll build, and we'll get this sorted out, Allie. We got this, girl. As my Steam is now going crazy from people wanting to add me as a friend. Yes, more friends.
Bing, bing, bing.
So, other than that, has anyone seen the new It movie?
No, I don't watch clown movies.
Why?
Because clowns terrify me.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm actually hoping to see It again today.
No, I haven't been to a movie theater in probably, I'd say, 6 years now.
Jeez, man.
But I see the movies the second they come out.
I don't want to hear it. La 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 la. I'm not listening. Oh man, hey everybody just joining in. We're talking video games, movies, pop culture, all that other fun geeky stuff. Just to hang out. Oh my god. Rick and Morty.
I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, so I'm kind of falling behind.
Oh, you need to. They're great, and oh my god. Oh, damn it. I always wait a week before I talk about spoilers, so next week I'll talk about Rick and Morty.
Okay.
No, that's
after the show. I'll sit down and catch up. I've been just slacking because I'm a lazy bastard sometimes.
Yeah. Free preview of next Tuesday. We're going to talk about Rick and Morty. Cue the music. Dun, dun, dun. God, man, I was not expecting the show that inane to be so fucking good. It just rips a hole. Like, every fucking now and then, there's a hole in my heart. I'm like, oh, this has been instantly filled with love and happiness and joy. And nothing you do matters. Everything in your life is meaningless. Oh, fuck.
They always bring it down. They always bring. I mean, I love it. I love it. It's like the best show on right now, I think.
Oh man!
Waited a freaking year and a half for the damn new season to come out.
You like that? Oh, you saw Dale. You saw the
What's
Hitman's
that?
Bodyguard. How was that? Need tacos,
What?
Nathan. I'm looking at the Facebook chat.
Oh, you had me confused for a second, man.
Yeah. How was the Hitman's Bodyguard? I wanted to go see that, but
Is that the one that had what's his face?
Ryan Reynolds and
Ryan Reynolds and yeah, fucking Jackson.
yeah, Deadpool met Nick Fury in that movie. Oh, I hope there was a Deadpool and Nick Fury reference in that. Oh, is there a Deadpool and Nick Fury reference in that, Dale? Please tell me. And Nathan, welcome to the taco truck, man. We got tacos, man. I'm zooming around.
Did Thor Ragnarok come out yet, or am I behind on this?
I don't know. I'm all excited for Thor Ragnarok. I'm checking it right now, as you hear my analog keyboard.
I don't go to the movie theaters. I just like la la la. I don't want to talk about it, but you know what I mean.
It's coming out November 2nd, so I'm gonna go watch it on my honeymoon. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, I'm all excited.
Can't wait. Thor fucking whoops the shit out of the Hulk.
He ain't gonna whip the shit out of the Hulk.
Oh, there's like 2 times in the comic books where Thor beat the brakes off the Hulk.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen. Hulk is the strongest there is. All right. No one. Because all you need to do is like. Oh, here's an interesting question for you. If the Hulk been on the app, roger that, Nathan. If the Hulk, like, can you imagine being Bruce Banner, and like one day, like you're washing your clothes, and like your favorite shirt shrunk? Would that trigger the Hulk? Like just how angry you are. I should have used fabric softener.
Didn't he say the secret to not turning is to be angry all the time?
No, he said that's my secret. Captain America and the Avengers, like, Hulk, Banner, get angry, and Bruce looks back and is like, that's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry, and he instantly transforms. But if you're always walking that razor thin line of not transforming into the Hulk and transforming into the Hulk, like, you're stuck in traffic. You have an important lecture at MIT. You're Bruce Banner. All of a sudden, it's past that time for that lecture. You're furious, and then a car cuts in front of you. Bam! Transition into the Hulk. Destroy the traffic. Or you're going to this McDonald's you've been to like 1,000 times before. They always fuck up your order. This time you ask them to read it back to you. You get to the window. You pay for it. Can you read back my order? They read you back the order. They, you check it. You say no pickles on my cheeseburger, and you check it real quick while you're in the car, and as you're driving off, you're so hungry, you grab the cheeseburger because you're Bruce Banner and you're the Hulk, and you have a 50 million caloric intake daily, and you bite into that, and you taste a pickle, and bam, triggered into the Hulk. God, who else would it be inconvenient to be as a superhero? That would just be really inconvenient. Just like the smallest things could just set you off, and you're on a rampage. And General Reed.
Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't want to be Wolverine because he's always pissed off too.
Imagine being Wolverine. You get that urge to handle some things. Schnicked. Lord, we're right back at it again. That is funny. Thanks, Kels. I appreciate it. I try my best. Kels is saying we're funny as hell, and that it's funny as hell and epic. Oh, I got another one for you. Spider-Man. Like, his spidey sense always detects danger, right? What degree of danger, though? Is it just like danger speeding bullet coming at you, which is
danger,
or oh hey,
I don't know
that you know, oh hey, that you're not properly aligned with the turnstile in the subway, you're about to bump your leg. It's like every time something's going to happen where you're going to get hurt or whatever, your spidey sense goes off and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck's happening? And
that would be pretty bad.
Kids are playing baseball, you're not paying attention, you're walking, all of a sudden spidey sense goes off and you're like freaking out because you see the kids playing baseball, you have no idea what's going on, something dangerous is happening, meanwhile it's just you weren't paying attention, you're going to get hit by the baseball. Lord almighty.
Lordy.
What kind of superhero, which superhero would you be though, if you could choose one, Pook?
Venom.
Okay, slowly dying of cancer is a good way to go. I can agree with that. That's what the symbiote does.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would be Shazam.
Shazam?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess it'd be nice to be as strong as Superman whenever you wanted to be.
Yeah. It would be awesome, just like, you know, Shazam, bam, lightning bolt. Hey, baby. Wife would be thrilled. Wife would be thrilled. Go from mild manner KJ to Shazam. Hey, baby, what's going down? Let's go to the clouds.
And when I referenced Venom, I didn't mean being person. I meant being the symbiote.
Oh, so you want to wrap yourself around Eddie Brock? Okay, roger that. We see where this is going. Kinky, Pookie, kinky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is that time of the afternoon. We're going to do some quick house cleaning. Just want to remind y'all that every day of the week we have a show starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Thursdays tonight, we have the wonderful Sergeant's Time with Ice, Doc Madness, Mike Gulf. Coming out on Fridays, we have Friday Night Freedom with Minx and Mud Puppy. Saturdays, we have Jay Reddy and Pookie on Saturday Night Savagery. Mondays, we have the Monday edition with Ice and Cuffs. Tuesdays, we have at noon Eastern Time, myself and Ghosty coming at you from the taco truck. You never know where we're going to be. And then at 8 p.m., we have Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx and Grey Cloud. And don't forget, on Wednesdays, we have WTF Wednesday with Jim Bean and Pookie. Real quick, some upcoming guests we got coming on. Tomorrow, Friday, we have Brian Jacobs from Vets to Success. They're a nonprofit program that creates programs for veterans to rehab through food and brew programs. It was organized to inspire, mentor, and educate and change the lives of homeless and displaced veterans and impact the communities in which they live. It was created after the loss of the founder's younger brother to veteran suicide, as well as the founder's personal battles with readjusting back into his local community. Now, with food and brew as his guiding passion, he shows veterans a path they can share and have a new purpose in life with something they all share and love. And that sounds incredible. Next Tuesday, the 10th, we have Lloyd Deans from Vets for Warriors. Their mission is to provide 24/7 confidential, stigma-free peer support by veterans to active duty, National Guard, Reserve Service members, retirees, and veterans as well. Also to their families and caregivers. It's to share experiences and to create an environment of trust that demonstrates they are never alone and that there's always a caring, empathetic voice ready to connect and follow up. October 13th, we have Janelle Necht, the assistant to the executive director from Forgotten Soldiers Outreach. In 2013, October, Forgotten Soldiers Outreach was born to help send that little bit of home to our brothers and sisters overseas. Service members were provided with much needed care items as well as letters of encouragement. They've become a nationally recognized organization, receiving support from all over the country, and they send out a monthly We Care package to our deployed military who have been registered by family members, friends, commanding officers, or themselves. Honestly, the fact remains that deployments continue all over the world, and the list continues to grow. So now more than ever, our men and women serving need that extra morale boost that is received through their We Care packages. Also, don't forget to check out our partners, Project Overwatch. They have this awesome campaign still going on called Paw Patrol. I've talked about it a bit before. And the basis of it is that it's going to add a mounted camera to canine units that will allow the handler to have more situational awareness and be able to pull out the canine in more dangerous environments. Please check them out at projectoverwatch.org. As well as we have War Horses for Veterans, which is an excellent 3-day networking and horse experience. You get the opportunity to pop open some brews, learn how to ride in a safe country environment that's really relaxing. I am so jealous of our coworkers that got to go out there. I would love to go spend some time out and hang out and learn how to actually ride and not get bit by horses. And it really gives a place to clear your mind, swap stories, relax, and have some real good food. I keep hearing about the food and the atmosphere, and man, I want to go, Pookie. I want to go.
Drop an application, man. That's all you got to do.
And that's all you have to do as well is visit warhorsesforveterans.com, drop an application, and they'll start processing and seeing what they can do to get you out there. Other than that, Pookie, you got anything for him in closing?
Yeah, just have a safe rest of your day.
Remember to wear your PT belt, don't drink and drive, and the stripper does not want to marry you because she loves you. She only wants BAH and TRICARE. Other than that, shots, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Let's go.
tell me what it is to see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy. Just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier, Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In a constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portray me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.